It is given it is pre-stressed by 24 wires of 5 mm diameter horizontally and vertically by similar wires at 150 mm center to center. So all the wires carry a tensile stress of 900 Newton per mm square. Calculate the principal stresses at the center where a shearing force of 80 kilonewton acts upon this section. So first thing is you need to find the shear stress, that you know how to find it. That is your V by IB into Q, where Q is equal to A Y bar. You'll get the shear stress value as 3.95. Now the horizontal pre-stressing force, that you also you know how to find it. That is, there are 24 wires having 5 mm diameter. The area of 5 mm diameter bar is 19.7 into the tensile stress of that is 900 divided by the total area of the cross section. Now coming to vertical pre-stressing, that was the doubt created there. The vertical pre-stressing, this is 900. That is area of 1 bar into stress divided by area. Here you can see the vertical pre-stressing is actually like this. So if I take a section, we will have the section in this form, and the vertical pre-stressing will be provided at the top and at the bottom like this. You can see here at one point we will anchor it and we will apply the force from the other point. So if I'm taking the cross section, like this, and I am looking from the top and taking the cross section like this, I am looking from the top, you have the anchoring or the tendons like this being anchored from the top. If I am taking, I have it like this, and at the bottom, if I look from the elevation point, I can see here the section is like this. The section is like this. Then there will be the anchorage provided at the beginning itself. I told you it's highly uneconomical, because in order to provide this much amount of anchoring devices, and it's not that much practical. So here, as you can see here, this particular, if I'm taking this particular tangent, then it is having influence up to this point, right? It is having influence up to this point, right? It is having from here center of this section to center of this section, and it is given the center to center distance between this is 150 mm. Center to center distance between this is 150 mm. So this particular tangent will be having an area equivalent to pi by 4 into 5 square, having an influence of this much, having an influence to this much area, right? Having an influence to this much area, which is nothing but 50 by, this is given as, the wedge thickness is given as 50 mm. This is 50 by 150. Isn't it? Have you understood? Have you understood that?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
from
sir.
there you will get the value for your Fx, that is your horizontal pre-stressing force, Fy, that is a vertical pre-stressing force, vertical pre-stressing force, and your, this is tau V, okay, and your tau V value, that is your shear stress. Computing that, you will get the maximum and minimum pre-stressing forces. This value Fx and Fy and tau V, if you substitute, you will get the value for Fx and Fy as 5.1 plus or minus 4.7 Newton per mm square. So which means both are compressive in nature. So is it okay? Is it okay? Asif, manchalayo?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Now similarly, there was another question given. Have you tried this? Yeah, this question, the only thing you need to see is the it is given a pretension concrete beam having an unsymmetrical I section, has a fiber stress distribution of 30 Newton per mm square compression at the top edge. It is given 30 Newton per mm square at the top edge, linearly varying to reducing to 0 at the bottom. It's linearly varying. So at any point you could find out. By interpolation you could find out. And they had I had the solution for they had found out the value. You can see here, by interpolation, they had found out at these 2 points. I'll tell you why these points. The top flange width and thickness are 2400. It is given 2400 and 400 mm respectively. The bottom flange width and thickness are 1200 given here, and 900 mm given here. And the depth and thickness of the web are 1000. The depth is 1000 and 600 mm. That is the section properties are given. Also, the in the question itself, it is given the centroid from the top and from the bottom fibers. It is given here. The total vertical service load shear in the concrete at the section is 2350. That is, the total shear force acting at the section considered is 2350. Compute and compare the principal tensile stress at the centroidal axis and junction of the web with the lower flange. So you are asked to find at this position the principal tensile stress in the section at this position, as well as here. You are asked to find at these 2 points. So what we need to do here is, the only thing, the change that is going to happen, you need to find the value for the shear stress at these 2 points. You need to find the shear stress at these 2 points. You have the equation for shear stress as tau xx at any point is equal to V by IB into A y bar. So I'll just do it for your top section. That is, you have it. You need to find the principal tensile stress at the centroidal axis. Centroidal axis means here. So I know this total distance is 1266, and let's take the calculator. And this distance is 900, which means this distance I will get it as 1266 minus 900. That is your 366 mm. This distance is 366 mm. Now you need to find the value for your tau xx. You need to find the value for tau xx at centroidal axis. You have the equation V by IB into A y bar. So area means what? The area which is towards the bottom, that is this area you need to consider. This is the total area you need to consider from the centroidal axis. So what I will do is, I will divide this section into 2. One section here, that is, this is 1 and this is 2. So the centroid of this point from the top, I can write it as this distance, that is 366 divided by 2, and I'll get it as 183 mm. 183 mm. And the centroid of this from the centroidal axis, that is your next one, that is 366 plus 900 divided by 2, that is 450. You'll get this as, this distance as 816 mm. Now I need to find the value for my V is shear stress at the centroidal axis. V is given as 2350. So this is 2350 into 10 raised to 3 divided by I is given as 1.54 into 10 raised 12 into, this is IB, sorry, okay, IB. So B is the width of the section considered. So here we are considering at the centroidal axis. So the width of the section here considered is 600 into A. I told you I'll divide this into 2 sections, 1 and 2. So first, for the first section, A is, I'll write over here, there is 600 into, I get this as 600 into this distance, that is 366 into, here y bar for the first one is 183 plus second one I am considering, that is this section, second section, that is 900 into 1200 into the distance from the centroidal axis to the center of gravity, that is 816. So I'll get the value for this as 2.34 Newton per mm square. Newton per mm square. Okay, so this is the shear stress at the centroidal axis. Similarly, you need to find the shear stress at the second point, that is, you need to find the shear stress at this point. You need to find at this, that is given here. You can see here, compute and compare the principal tensile stress at the centroidal axis that we had found. In order to find that, we had found the shear stress at that centroidal axis and the junction of the web with the lower flange. So this is the junction of the web with the lower flange. So that also we'll find out. That is, we have the junction of the web and the lower flange. You have your tau v is equal to, you have the tau v is equal to, the tau v is equal to, the v is same, that is 2350 into 10 raised to 3 divided by I is also same, 1.54 into 10 raised to 12 into, at that section also the width is same. We'll take the lower width only, that is 600 mm. At the junction it is given like that, into the area of the second portion, that is 1200 into 900 into distance from the centroidal axis, that is distance from the centroidal axis is 816 mm. Solving this, I'll get the value as 2.23 Newton per mm square. So now you had found the value for your shear stress at the centroidal axis as well as at the junction between the web. From there, you can find out the principal stress. You will find out the principal stress at the centroidal axis is 2.34. You will get the value as 0.7, and at the junction between the lower flange and the web, you will get it as 0.83. So that is being asked in the question. So is it okay?